Hey everybody, it's the Black Powder Beginner, and today we have a very special Range Day 14. Well, at least I consider special. After several weeks of shooting cartridge guns, reloading black powder cartridges, and things of that nature, I decided to kind of go back in reverse and take a look at a couple of Civil War rifles. The first being one that if you've checked out my channel before, that you've seen before, and that is the Smith Carbine. The fourth most issued carbine in the Civil War. It is a break open cartridge rifle. 50 caliber. You have seen me shoot this on my channel, and you're gonna see me shoot it again. But that's not the only Civil War carbine that I have in my collection. The 1863 Sharps Cavalry Carbine. And this rifle, or carbine, is the first most issued carbine in the Civil War. It is and I know people have seen Sharps before, but this one is percussion. It uses a musket cap, following block. This one actually has a ladder sight. You see that? Color case hardened butt plate. Color case hardening all the way through. This one was actually advertised as a 1862 S.C. Robinson's Confederate Sharps carbine, which is basically a knockoff of the original built by the Sharps Company for the Union Army. But so when I actually got this rifle, and there was pictures online where I bought it, but when I actually compared the two, this turns out to be a reproduction of the actual 1863 Union version of the Sharps. And the only reason I say that is because there's two main differences that I noticed. One is the rear sight. The S.C. Robinson Confederate carbine Sharps had a buckhorn sight, not a ladder sight. And the other thing that I noticed, and I'm sure there may be more differences, but the two main ones that I noticed was the rear sight and the butt plate. The Confederate version has a brass butt plate, and it was not case hardened. So this, of course, is a reproduction. There is no markings other than IAB. It's an IAB imported by Taylor's and Company, and we're gonna see how it does. Stay tuned. Okay, here at Carter's Country, I have the Sharps, and I'm ready to shoot. I'm going to be shooting the actual Sharps bullet, 60 grains of powder, 3F powder, the actual Sharps bullet, and mulberry pepper cartridge. See how it goes. Okay. Very first shot. Not really set up good. But probably just shoulder hold. I'm at 50 yards. And I'm at 50 yards. See how we do. Gotta get used to handling musket caps. And it's a little bit chilly out here, so. No. I will say the front sight is really low. Yeah. Now I see that. Well, like I said, this is at 50 yards. So I should be a lot better at this instead of shooting at 100. New rifle. So this would be shot number 3. Well, let's try with the ladder up. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be checking these. Yeah, all right. All right, again. So this one is my nitrated coffee filter paper. So far, there hasn't been any issues with ignition. And there actually hasn't been any issues with the lever closing. So I was actually expecting a little bit of recoil. So I'm going to put the tip of the front post on the right edge of the paper. Yeah, I felt that. I definitely felt that one. I don't see any impact point at all. Not behind the target, not in the target. So first shot with the paper, second shot with the paper. I don't know where that would either.
Fire, shooter, ceasefire. Ceasefire, shooter, ceasefire.
Okay, so we had a ceasefire, and my first complaint about the 1863 percussion sharps. I don't know if you can see that, but there is some powder shoot from the falling block. There's hot powder that shoots, and you feel it on your hands. You definitely feel it on your hands. But it only seems to be with these paper cartridges. So I did swab it through. Not bad, but not good. And out of 5 shots, I've only hit the target once. So only 5 shots left. 4 mulberry paper cartridges, and 1 coffee filter paper cartridge. And I'm going to shoot that coffee filter paper first and get that out the way. And hopefully I can hit the target. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Oh. And all this is basically offhand. I'm not really resting it on my arm, my elbow. So okay. You know what? Let's set these out the way. Let's see where that went. All right. Okay. Next shot. Shot number 7. I've only hit the target once. Paper cartridge. And let's see if we can actually hit the target. You know what? Let's just finish it out. Shot number 8.
Mosquito control.
Huh?
Mosquito control.
Jeez. I've only hit once. Yeah. I really don't know how anybody won a war with this. To be brutally honest, if I'm shooting this, I'm like, nah, give me something else. Give me something else to shoot. I mean, it's a beautiful rifle, but it's just, I don't see, it's not very functional. So I use the mulberry. I use mulberry paper to make these.
Okay.
So that's the arrow's gone. Bullet, I probably felt wide 60 grains. Yeah. So, wait. Yeah.
Get a little stiff.
Yeah, just a tad. All right. Oh, wait. Where'd that go? Oh, wrong way. There she is. Okay.
Still shooting to the left.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Not my favorite. That's why I only did 10. And I'm like, so let me just see. And yeah, not my favorite at all. All right.
shot above the paper.
But it was over the top of the paper, though, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know where I aimed at? I put that between both papers. So,
Yeah, but that time you're right straight above it.
okay, so it's
It's way to the right.
way to the right and way to the right and slightly high. Eh, not my favorite. But I will say that that corrosion that I was telling you about, it's gone. So, yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite. It's not even a little bit.
Oh well. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yo, bless you. Yo, Smith. Yeah. All right.
Both of them use much.
Yeah. But I'm willing to almost bet that this shoots much better than the Sharps. Not, I mean, only just because I changed the front sight. I put this larger post on because that one it's so small, it's hard to see. So, all right.
Oh, that's not
No, did it even?
hip fire.
Uh, uh,
Might help.
yeah, that might. Yeah, definitely might help. Uh,
Get out of your nipples.
yeah,
And
that's what it looks like.
get your prick. All right, let's figure out that Smith. See what the hell's going on with it.
We're gonna see. I ran a nipple pick through it, so oh shoot. Hopefully,
It'll go off.
let me see. Okay. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, went back.
Okay.
And it was a swinging miss. Shot in between the papers. Shooting to the right again.
it ain't me. It ain't me. It's these old ass rifles is what it is. It don't have nothing to do with me. All right.
I thought you hit.
It's hard for me to tell when I'm shooting. So that's why, whatever I'm doing, whether I'm making video or just shooting just for fun, just for freestyle, I always run the camera because I can't tell. It's hard for me to tell. Let's try this again. All right, I'm going for the left paper, and I got it held slightly to the right or to the left.
Shot above it. Where are you aiming?
The left paper, and I aim
Where?
slightly to the left of the circle, of the green circle, of the bullseye. But the thing is, but you would think that because this is so high, that I would be shooting lower, right? Because I'm not even the tip of the paper. I mean, the tip of the sight is in the middle. I'm not lowering it all the way down to where the top of the sight is on the paper. You know what I mean? At my point
Okay.
aim.
It's in the V.
It's in the V, but it's so just look. You see how tall it is? So when I'm aiming, I'm aiming where the point that I'm aiming at is right in the middle of the post.
Bring it down to bring your top of your post into the bottom of the V.
Into the bottom of the V? Okay. Because that's what I was trying to do, but I figured I would be shooting into the ground.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me take that instruction because I need it. All right. Shot 3. Hopefully we hit some paper. Okay. Right at the center of the left paper. Oh, that might help.
Still hit the top of the paper.
Jeez.
You can see it now.
Okay. Just a little bit more. Okay.
Go all the way down. Bury it in the bottom of the V.
All right.
It's 3 o'clock to the right.
Okay. Yep. So then, the post is where it needs to be at. It's just me having to aim it properly.
Yeah.
Well, I've been shooting a little bit more modern cartridges. Okay, this is I got to get used to this again.
Not shooting modern cartridges, it's shooting iron sights. Iron sights is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it's they're the same but different, and I think for me, I enjoy the peep sights better than anything else
Yeah.
when it comes to because it's hard to get a good bead for me while I'm looking unless everything else is kind of blocked out a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so 3 o'clock, right? So
Swing and a miss.
well, damn it. All right, you know what? 2, 4, 5. 5 left to go. And I'm gonna keep shooting. If I can get it in there, jeez. Okay.
All right. That was right at the top of the paper.
Dang it.
And I do mean at the top.
Top. Let's keep trying. All right.
Put it at the bottom of the V. Aim for the left side of the paper across from the bullseye.
Okay.
Make sure it's at the bottom of the V. You're a little bit low, but almost 6 o'clock.
Okay. So,
You're about an inch to the right.
yeah.
You're getting
Yeah, I only got, there'll be two left after this one. So, I was planning on being a marksman today, but, nah, nah. Not working out. Okay. Bottom of the V. Little low. Put my finger on the trigger.
Might help.
Yeah. 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 We trying. We trying.
Hey, almost in the bullseye.
Well,
You're right beside it.
oh yeah.
How about
Okay.
that?
All right. Let's see if I can keep it up with these last two.
Just remember what you did.
That's the problem. That's the problem. All right.
It's off to the right.
No. Boy. All right. Last one. Make it count.
5 o'clock, right outside the green.
You want to know something?
What?
It's uncomfortable to shoot
Why?
because I have to hold it down so tightly to get the bottom, to get the top of the post and the
Bottom.
right. So should I take some off?
Actually, you need to put more on.
So it actually needs to be
Higher.
a taller post.
Got to remember fours. F-O-R-S. Front, opposite, rear, the same.
Right. So
you want to go the opposite way to bring it down.
Right. So it needs to be higher. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to buy another one. So here I am after range day, and I'm cleaning the sharps. And I'm looking at this, and I really believed that I mentioned it to Range OG. I really believe that the hard fouling in the rifle bore, which you're looking at right now, it's not hard fouling, it's actually pitting. And this right here in the center, right here, is actually a jag with my cleaning rod and a lead away cloth. And I'm moving it back and forth, and as the light from the scope kind of bounces off the lead away cloth, it's showing me how deeply pitted this rifle is. I mean, that you can see where the metal has taken a little bit of a beating. Yep. Taking a little bit of a beating. And just for context, you can see me pulling the rod out. It's at the muzzle. And this is me pulling the scope back. And that screen is filthy. So, as I pull the scope back, I'm trying to get a good shot of this. I'm actually holding the rifle. This is the throat, right here. And there is the rifling, the beginning of the rifling. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that down there at the bottom. And I'm going to push the lead away cloth down so you can kind of see, how far that pitting is. And you can see me working the cleaning rod down, the range rod. And so there's the lead away cloth right at the throat, where the throat and the rifling meet. And you can actually see that that leatherweight cloth does do its job. It looked a bit crusty, and now it's not. As you bring it back, you can see how nice and clean. Right out the way. How nice and clean the bore is at the breech end. The metal is perfect, damn near perfect. And as you work down, and as you work down, I'm trying to. And as you work down towards the lead away cloth, you can see where it's starting to pit right about here, which is about the halfway mark, I believe. Well, let's see how long this is. So not even halfway. Maybe 3/4 of the way. But there's that spot. And as I pull back on the rod, and it's right here at the muzzle now. And there you go. And that's all pitting. That's not fouling. That is pitting. And because the lead away cloth was sitting there, it looks like it's starting to rust slightly. But it's just that spot, and then it smooths out. So I'm going to take this out. There's the lead away cloth. Pulled out. Let me not touch it against the bluing. And so take it down, and there's a little bit of fouling, well, pitting at the muzzle end, but it's not nearly as bad as this one spot. So, yeah. So, with that being said, if you're going to buy, here, just a word of advice, a word to the wise from the Black Powder Beginner. If you're going to buy, and this, let me just say this, it's probably an obvious proposition that I'm saying right now, but if you're going to buy a used rifle, which this is, be prepared for it to have this type of pitting. You've seen my other videos, the 54 caliber is all of this. So now I know that it's not fouling, hard fouling. It's actual solid pitting. The metal is actually damaged on the inside of the board, which tells me that my 54 New Englander is probably, the barrel is junk, basically. But with that being said, just a little side note. Okay, so this is the Smith Carbine that I'm cleaning now. You saw in the earlier part of the video, and I've pretty much cleaned it, but which I'm starting to feel a little bit of bias comparing this Smith Carbine to the Sharps. The Sharps takes a little bit more to clean. I believe that the real difference is in the rifling. If you look over here, you can see the scope is down in, and let me just turn a little bit. And really, the rifling on this Smith Carbine is quite slow. Quite slow. Well, I mean, I guess the twist rate would be slow. The rifling, the lands and grooves are really spaced out. So It looks, at first glance, if you're not really looking at it, it looks like a smooth bore, to be honest. But there is some rifling. The Lanza grooves are just quite large. And please excuse my, I believe that, yes, it is. Milo, what are you doing? Jeez. Anyway. Yeah, the Lanza grooves are quite spaced apart, but this bore is, there is a little bit of wear. You can see that right there, down at the bottom of the screen. But it's not necessarily pitted. A little bit of rust. I haven't run any oiled patches down just yet. So once I do that, I believe that all of this here will be gone. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. This is, we're at the breech end, and there's the throat, which is quite short. There's where it engages into the rifling, and there's a little bit of something there, but it's not nearly as bad as the Sharps. And I know I could take care of that. That's another reason why I believe that this Smith Carbine shoots a lot better than the Sharps. The bore is just in better shape. But I am the Black Powder Beginner. Thanks for watching.